Taras Tarot, and today I will be doing a how to strengthen your intuition, alright, video. And so the way I work with these is I generally write it out, and I'll let my mind percolate, and then I'll do a little research, and I'll talk about what came up, right? So today I'm going to talk about Kundalini yoga and how it can help you to awaken your ability, your sixth sense, your connection to yourself, your enlightenment or whatnot. Right? Now I'm going to give you a little history. So when I had my accident, I was doing a bit of yoga at the start to get back in touch with my body and whatnot, and then I one-on-one classes to get back in touch with my body and whatnot. Then I decided to go, I stopped the one-on-one classes, but I continued on doing yoga. And for some reason I was looking into it, and one yoga really called to me. It was the Kundalini yoga, and I didn't know why, but I was really drawn to it, and possibly because there was a whole aspect of it that was kind of, if you do this, okay, you might probably not have as many friends, which I know sounds, I don't know what it sounds like to you, but to me it sounded, well, what I was drawn to was the fact that it allowed my intuition to, with the promise that it would allow my intuition to blossom. And I was like, you know what, I don't really care about what other people will think. I'm going to do what I want, what calls to me, which is kind of good and kind of bad, because you're kind of separating yourself from other people. And I don't know if you know this, but we as human beings need other human beings to survive. Especially me, I can't really fend for myself at this point, or at that point I couldn't really fend for myself. So, you know, not really trying, but pissing other people off, not really the best thing for anyone who finds themselves in that situation of needing help from others and being like pushing people away because of how unsociable you are, if you see the connection between what I'm saying. Because when you go down the route of awakening your awakening, you kind of have this discomfort when you are around people. You don't know how to explain it. You just don't want to be around others. And yes, if you ever listen to Aaron Dowdy, he talks a little bit about this, about his process of enlightenment and like waking up, allowing his gift to flourish and stuff, if I could say that. But what I mean is along those lines. When you awaken your gift or your sixth senses, because there are many, you kind of set yourself apart from others. I'm not really doing this any justice, am I? So the Kundalini yoga, the reason why you set yourself apart from others is because the whole concept is that you have a serpent, like Yin or Kundalini yoga believes that you have a serpent that lies dormant at the base of your spine. And as you slowly but surely wake up, as you slowly but surely awaken your sixth senses, that serpent starts coiling its way up to your crown chakra. And when it gets to the top, it awakens, and you start to be able to like tap into your intuition and all those things. Now, usually when you do that, you kind of separate yourself from the crowd, and you become not so likable, because you would more prefer being by yourself than being around people. At least that's what I experienced Not if I were to say really what was happening, it's more because you at some point you might think you know better, so other people should learn from you, but thinking that way doesn't really help others want to be around you. Really, it's kind of repellent. So it's kind of counterintuitive, if you get my drift. But basically, when the serpent coils its way, goes up all of your chakras and hits your third eye, or your crown, you gain enlightenment. And what I read today was, by that process, you also help restore your neurological and brain functions, which was, for me, extremely crucial because, and I did not know this at the time, I just learned this today actually, because when I was doing this, I had my TBI had just happened 2-3 years ago, and I still had a lot of stuff to work through in regards to being able to experience life after my accident, right? Getting back to what was normal, and now I'm better than before. But yeah, so it takes a lot. First of all, okay, when you talk about neurological and brain functions, anything that can, if you get a TBI, okay, what a TBI is a bruise on your brain. And when you have a bruise on your brain, you have either killed neurons or bruised neurons. And neurons cannot be revived once killed. But what they can do is the healthy ones can create new connections with other neurons. And it takes time. It takes so long to rebuild connections between neurons. It does. Now, some people have brain trauma through having been hit by a car, having fallen on their head or something of the sort, right? Other people have killed their neurons by doing too many negative drugs or drinking too much or whatever, right? It happens. And so if there is a way to reconnect all of that together. Now, it takes time, and I'm talking from personal experience because I had a TBI, right? And I had a big TBI, so it really was, it spanned a very big portion of my brain. Actually, there are 4 levels of TBI. I had the 3rd, so it's pretty big. And yeah, it took time, took a lot of persistence, and a lot of determination on my part, but I got there. I'm here. So yeah, but I've seen a video. Okay, I've seen a video of people who've done Kundalini yoga to the extent where they've gotten to nirvana, and it was amazing. It was kind of intense, but crazy. They were feeling so much ecstasy and joy in that short amount of time. I don't know how short, I don't know how long, but it was really I just don't know what to say. It really was insane. Well, but when you are down this path, you're going to seem like you're insane. Right? I talked about this at the beginning. You kind of separate yourself from the crowd. This is not for you if you like to follow the crowd, okay? This is for you if you are more like a hermit, if you aren't really worried about what other people think, if you aren't really interested in what other people think, or if you and your group of friends are really into spiritual work, right? And those types of things. So I hope this was helpful. Basically, I just want you to know, because when I started this, all right, I really was wanting to expand my consciousness. and I did expand my consciousness to the extent of my social connections. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? I'm not a hermit. I might live in like the suburbs, but I don't live away from people. So, and I love to be around people. I love talking to people. I love all of that. So I can't really be that. I had to find a happy medium between being able to enlighten myself and be able to like connect to other people, right? Especially because I see myself as a mentor, or like as a coach, or as a teacher, mentor would be best, or someone who wants to help people, right? So in order to be able to help people, I need to be able to talk to people, oddly enough. So basically, it's all just really knowing where you stand, alright? So it's all really knowing where you stand and what you are willing to let go of, what you're willing to experience. I hope that makes sense. And I know that sometimes I make absolutely no sense, because most people can't see the connections I make between my thoughts, which is fine. And if something like that happened in this video, please let me know, because like I said, I've done this many times. I've seen people be like disconnected to what I say, what I bring in my videos, in these videos specifically, the how to strengthen your intuition. So basically, all this to say that when you allow that serpent to go up your spine and up your chakras, you begin to see things differently, because you have awakened all these chakras, right? So first of all, opening your third eye opens your intuition, but opening your crown allows you to have a more universal look to things, a more holistic look at things. Will give you a more holistic understanding of what is going on, which is extremely important, especially in this time, especially if you want to awaken, especially if you want to be more do more good for the planet. Basically, this is for light workers. If you're not interested in light working, that's fine. So all that to say that if you're interested in waking up your Kundalini, if you want your Kundalini to awaken, just be ready to experience all the depths and breadth of all the stuff that you're going to go through. Okay, it's not going to be easy. It's best if you find people, like-minded people who are going through the same thing, and you band with them so that you don't feel alone. Because if you do this by yourself, it's going to be very taxing to you. It's going to be taxing to anybody who tries to go it alone, right? So, my gorgeous and beautiful collective, that is all that I have for you guys this week. I hope it makes sense. If it didn't, ask me questions. I would be happy to answer. So, with that being said, if you have any comments, questions, or observations, post in the box below. And like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I'm going to answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow human beings, because we're all in this together, right? That's all I have for you guys this week. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Okay? Bye.